Hello world, and welcome to Love Health Bliss. Today we're going to be making soap. First you're going to need 2 1-pound blocks of melt and pour soap. This one is actually a hemp oil base. Next we're going to need vitamin E oil to act as a preservative and a moisturizer, as well as wild oil of oregano, it's organic, to act as antibacterial, and colloidal silver. This one is 500 ppm to act as an antiseptic and healing, as well as extra virgin organic coconut oil, and some aloe vera liquid, 100% pure. You're going to need a spatula to stir the ingredients with, and some pure prime pressed cocoa butter. Be sure to have some rubbing alcohol handy to spray those bubbles away. And I have mine in a glass jar. We're going to need some Chlorella. This one actually comes in capsule form, which I'm going to open and pour into my mixture. And this one's going to turn my soap naturally green. You're also going to need a small measuring cup. This one is a 1 cup measuring cup, and this is to act as a double boiler effect, because I will not be boiling this inside a pot itself, because I feel like glass is more pure and it cannot go through glass, whatever is in the water. And then you're going to need a big 4 cup measuring cup to put all the other ingredients in, and this will act as a double boiler. And you're going to need a mold, and I chose this one. It makes about 4. It actually makes 4 soaps, quite thick, and I like the fact it says handmade because it is. And alright, so here we are. We're going to cut these soaps. Be careful while you're cutting it. Some of them can be quite hard, so try to do it as slow as you can, unless you have a really sharp knife. I'm going to be cutting mine into square chunks. Maybe in my next video, actually I am in my next video, going to try to be cutting them in smaller pieces to see if it makes any difference with the melting time. As you see here, I'm cutting them into big chunks. And we're going to cut up both these 1-pound blocks. So we're going to have 2 pounds of blocked soap base. Here's our soap base in block form. So now we're going to take these and start adding it to our double boilers. The fire is turned on and the water is boiling on both of the measuring cups to start the process of the heating. Try to fill up the bigger measuring cup as much as you can, and add the rest of what you have left inside the smaller measuring cup for our other mixture. Alright, so now we're going to add the extra virgin coconut oil and the cocoa butter into the bigger measuring cup. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin organic coconut oil into the mixture. We're going to be adding about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of cocoa butter. I like my soaps to be extra moisturizing. Alright, so after we added the ingredients in, we will begin stirring and having the soap base melt. Again, I probably next time will cut them into smaller pieces because maybe they will melt a little bit faster. Now this process probably takes about 10 to 20 minutes depending. And right now we're going to use our alcohol spray and spray our tray. It looks like I'm spraying a lot, but the first 8 pumps were actually nothing coming out. It's a brand new pump. So we spray the mold tray with alcohol to prevent bubbling on that side. And as you can see, this is almost melted. I see a little bit of soap still needs to be melted in this one. So stir, stir, stir. Now our smaller measuring cup actually is all melted, which is perfect. Alright, now this looks all ready. Alright, so now we're going to add some liquids, some aloe vera liquid. I'm going to be adding about a tablespoon and a half. And now we're going to be adding the vitamin E oil to act as the preservative and moisturizer. Now we're going to add the organic wild oil of oregano. This will be about 7 to 10 drops. We're going to add some colloidal silver in there. We're going to put about 1 dose and 3/4 to 2 doses. Colloidal silver has very good properties for healing the body and skin. So we're going to mix all of this beautiful ingredients together. Now it's time to add our essential oils. We're going to be using Rose Absolute essential oils. This is actually kind of hard to get out. But we're going to be adding 10 drops of Absolute Rose. And Jasmine. We're going to add about 10 to 15 drops of Jasmine. Now on to the little measuring cup. We're going to be adding our Chlorella in, the micro algae powder. We're going to be taking 3 capsules, opening them up individually, and pouring the powder into the measuring cup. Be very careful you do not drop the veggie capsule inside your mixture. Alright, so now we're going to stir the ingredients together. They might look a little separated now, but as you stir, it will separate. There might still be clumps a little bit here and there, but that's alright. It's going to turn into a lovely shade of green. A dark green. Alright, so now we're going to pour our first big melt and pour soap base into the mold first. Pour it slowly and evenly. Make sure your mold is even. So we poured all the first batch in. Now look at this nice, beautiful color. If you want to make a different, more swirly effect, I suggest you leave this mixture out sitting for about 5 minutes to make it more thicker. But I decided, let me try having it more liquidy and see how the results will come out. I'm putting it around the mold, making sure I make a mixing effect. Looks really nice. You can swirl it any way you want to swirl it. But in my next video I will show you how, if you leave the second mixture out just for a little bit longer to get solid, you can see the effects are quite different. But play around with it and see which one you like better. Alright, so after it's dried for about 3 to 4 hours, here's how it looks. Now we'll see how it lathers up. Feels great, smooth, smells wonderful. It's lathering up really well. I'm going to start experimenting with making my own soap and trying to get a lather out of making fresh soap without lye or glycerin or anything. But for now, this soap will do fine until I find such a recipe. But look at the lather, it is great. This soap is so soothing and it makes your skin super soft after you dry them. I cannot explain how wonderful it feels. And it smells great too. Microalgae is really good for you. Alright, here we go guys. In my bowl is the finished handmade soaps. We got 8 of them. They look wonderful. Let me show you how one looks like in the sunlight. You could see the little green microalgae pieces within the bar of soap. So you know you're getting microalgae within every rub you get with this soap. And let that soak into the skin and heal your skin with its properties from the sea. Gorgeous. And here is the finished package that I'm going to be selling it with. It's going to be wrapped in brown craft paper, tied with a pure 100% pure hemp wire, and a little tag describing the ingredients and what it is. It looks beautiful and natural. Alright, so if any of you guys are interested in buying my soaps or have any questions, please email me, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching!